the peace of mind. Because diaspora insurance, peace of mind, irritititi. Irufumweni arune ine ushewi venda mbinga tose tinobaya saka chiuya chimbi munamoti chakumiririra kunyangwe uve mhiri yemakungwa unonzwa voti rwaispa rwendo rwaispa diaspora yapindira moyo voti rwaispa rwendo rwaispa diaspora yapindira.
Diaspora Insurance. Peace of mind guaranteed.
Hello, once again, this is Mel, aka Mbuya vaRaphy, and I would like to welcome you all from all the four corners of the world. And today we've got a special program that I've brought to you, and mainly focusing on the students. And we know we've got international students that are scattered all over the world that have left their home countries, be it, from Zambia, they've gone maybe to India, from Uganda, they've gone to Japan, so from Zimbabwe, they've gone to China. So we are here to speak today or to discuss or learn more about a product that is only offered by Diaspora Insurance, and this is the Student Shield Plan. And of course, to talk about this special product in the program with me tonight is, of course, none other than Dr. Tsvere himself. And of course, I would like you guys to welcome to the program. And we know him, those that have seen him. This is not the first time he has been on the program. He's been in the program to tell us about diaspora insurance, different packages. And so today he's here mainly to focus on what we call the Student Shield Plan. And of course, welcome Dr. Tsvere to the program. And I would like you to say hello to our viewers and our listeners out there. Thank you.
Thank you, Mbuya vaRaphy. It is my pleasure to be back on the Mbuya vaRaphy talk show again. Good evening, viewers.
All right. Now, thank you so much. Now, we will dive right into it, Dr. Tsvere. And as you know, we said we are speaking today, we're discussing, the conversation is more about the student shield plan. Now, tell us a bit more, or maybe before we even go there, there's someone out there who doesn't know really what diaspora insurance is. And of course, who is Dr. Tsvere within the diaspora insurance organization? Maybe we could start from there before we dive into telling us about this special product. What is diaspora insurance, and who are you, and where do you fit in within such an organization? Thank you.
Mbuya vaRaphy, Diaspora Insurance is a multinational organization headquartered in Birmingham in the United Kingdom, but we have global operations. And for diaspora insurance, our products are specifically designed to cover the African expatriate, popularly known as the African diasporan. So we cover Africans from 20 nationalities at the moment, working and living in the developed markets like your United Kingdom, your Europe, Canada, USA, Australia, New Zealand, Asia, and we allow them to cover their loved ones back home as well. So that's what we do as diaspora insurance. We have our product that is bespoke and specifically designed for the African expatriate. And secondly, Dr. Edwin Tsvere is the channel's director for diaspora insurance. My responsibility, besides growing the company revenue, is to make sure that we reach our intended target market through different distribution channels, like digital. We also have feet on street representatives who talk to our potential target markets. We also make sure that our website, people can reach us through the social media, different social media handles. My role is to make sure that the product gets to the intended market.
Wow, that's very well spoken. And to those that have been listening, you now may have an idea of, who diaspora insurance is, and within the diaspora insurance, where does Dr. Edwin Tsvere fit in? Thank you for that clear explanation. And of course, if you've got any other questions or you want to know more about diaspora insurance, feel free. The numbers will be running on the screen. Feel free to discuss or to take the numbers and contact us there. And of course, now what I would like you to tell us this evening, we were talking when we started the forgotten demographic, and this is something that you have kind of put on this student shield plan. Now tell me, what is this? What is the student shield plan, Dr. Tsvere?
Thank you, Mbuya vaRaphy. The Student Shield Plan is a special plan designed for the African student studying abroad. What we have noticed, Mbuya vaRaphy, is that, like I've always said, that there are two things that are bound to happen to any one of us, and we have no control over such things. And these things are old age and death. But old age is very beautiful because we see it coming. We even celebrate
Yes.
old age. When we receive presents on our birthday from our friends, our relatives, our parents, we are celebrating old age. But there is a tricky customer in the form of death. Death does not respect age. It doesn't respect your status in society. It doesn't respect your profession. It's something that happens to any one of us. And the tricky part is that we don't know when it's going to happen. It can happen in the next 5 minutes. It can happen within a week. It can happen within a month. It can happen within 100 years. But what is guaranteed is that it's going to happen. But the challenge is we don't know when. So we need to be prepared. So as diaspora insurance, we realized that there was a forgotten demographic in the form of international students. Yes, some are on, they have travel insurance, they have the medical aid, but they don't have a plan that caters for end of life expenses. And this is
Yeah.
where we come in as diaspora insurance with the student shield. It's
Mm.
specifically designed for the international student.
Wow, this is very interesting. Now you have actually said the word, because it will be like a student shield plan. Any student who could be living with their parents, but it's specifically international student. And like you said, death does not really care. You've left home, you've come to study. So this is the product that you actually need to be thinking about. Now, what inspired you, or what inspired its creation?
Mbuya vaRaphy, we have seen a lot of suffering where parents have lost their children studying abroad, and they end up bereaving and begging at the same time. We have lost African students in Cyprus through different circumstances. We had a case of a student, a Zimbabwean student, who drowned in Germany. And only last month, there's a lady, a Zimbabwean lady, who passed on in China, a student. And the family, up to now, they are looking for 25,000 US dollars to repatriate the remains of that student back to Zimbabwe to be buried in Nyabira in Zimbabwe. And it's so sad, Mbuya vaRaphy, to date, they've only managed to raise 4,500
Yes.
through donations. But the amount that is required is 25,000. We have heard of students committing suicide in Malaysia. And some of the students are from well-known families. But when it happened, the families were not prepared. They didn't have the kind of money to repatriate the remains of their kids back to their countries of origin. So this is what inspired us as Diaspora Insurance to come up with a plan that caters for that forgotten demographic, to ensure that should anything happen to our international students studying abroad, the families will not have to go about begging, asking for assistance, because it creates the emotional trauma, especially the case that I mentioned for a student who passed on in China. You can imagine what the family is going through. The mother traveled to China, and they are also incurring costs in terms of accommodation, staying there in China. The trauma that the family back home is going through, because they haven't put closure to that incident. So we are saying, as Diaspora Insurance, this is where we come in with the Student Shield Plan to cater for such unfortunate incidents.
Yeah.
This is what inspired
Wow.
us to come up with that plan.
Thank you so much. This is very interesting. To those that are listening out there, you may need to tag or share this talk show episode to the international students out there, and it's good. Now, tell me, Dr. Tsvere, what this particular product, the Student Shield Plan, different from the student insurance policies in the market?
Mbuya vaRaphy, this is one of its kind. There's no other similar product out there in the market. And the unique advantages of this product are that the student will actually sign up for this product. The minimum entry age is 15 years. So from 15 years, you can actually sign up for this product. And the premiums are also very much affordable. The cost of a cup of coffee will get you covered under the Student Shield. And it even caters for those people who are studying for their PhDs, for their master's programs. As long as you are between the age of 15 and 40 years, you qualify to be covered under the Student Shield plan. So it caters for any African student studying abroad between the ages of 15 and 14. You qualified to be covered under this plan. And over and above that, Mbuya vaRaphy, it's a worldwide cover, meaning that after you are done with your studies in India, in Japan, in China, and you decide to relocate back to your country of origin, be it Zambia, be it Uganda, be it Ghana or Nigeria, you still remain covered on that policy. That's another unique advantage of this plan. Where is the other insurances that you find out there? They are territorial. By territorial, I'm saying they only cover you for as long as you are in India. Once you go outside India, the cover falls off. But this plan has no territorial limits. It will cover you for life wherever you are in the world. And it also gives you an option. After graduation, it gives you an option to add other people, other family members on the same plan. So it is a very flexible plan.
Wow.
So that's
Thank
what
you.
makes it different.
Yeah. You've actually covered almost 3 questions that I was going to ask about the benefits. And I think you've covered that pretty well, because my next question was going to ask about, some what are the benefits of these product if we were going to sign for it. And I think you covered part of that. Is there anything else you think you could have left out in terms of the benefits of maybe the key or major benefits of this cover in the areas of the student plan?
Yes, Mbuya vaRaphy. The other benefits besides the worldwide cover that I spoke about, the other benefit is that the policy is in hard currency, where you don't have to worry about inflationary loss of value. If you are in Australia, you'll be covered in Australian dollars. If you are in India, you'll be covered in US dollars. The same applies to China, Japan. If you are in the UK, you'll be covered in the pound. Europe, it will be the euro. So I can safely say that these are the G7 currencies where you don't have to worry about inflationary loss of value. That's another big advantage. Even if you relocate back home, you still remain covered under the hard currency. And the other advantage, Mbuya vaRaphy, is that there are no medicals on this policy. It's on a guaranteed acceptance. We don't even ask the student about the intrusive questions about their state of health. We don't ask those things. We just need your information. You pay the premium. We are good to go. So that's another advantage of the plan. And as diaspora insurance, we commit, because the money is meant for end of life expenses. So we commit to pay within 24 hours upon receiving the required documentation. But we have seen instances where we have paid the claims within 1 hour or 2 hours. So those are some of the benefits and advantages of the product, Mbuya vaRaphy.
Yeah, it's quite loaded. And I think it's quite a good program that you have brought about, and a good product you have brought into this arena. Now, the other question I wanted to ask Dr. Tsvere, and someone could be wondering out there, do you cover medical emergencies? Tell us a bit about repatriation of the body. Is there refund in case, about refund on tuition, anything aligning to these in case of unexpected events? Where does it leave the international student there in case they have joined? They would want to know about such.
Thank you, vaRaphy. This plan is meant for end-of-life expenses, because this is where we have realized a very big gap. Like I said at the beginning, that yes, you find international students are covered on medical aid. They have travel insurance, but they don't have a specific product designed to cater for end-of-life expenses. So the student shield plan is meant for end-of-life expenses, because there is repatriation of the remains that is involved, and it doesn't
Yeah.
come cheap, vaRaphy. You find even the casket that is used for body repatriation. It's a special type of casket that comes with a steel lining inside, and that casket doesn't come cheap. And there's also family travel that is involved, because if we lose our student in India, someone from the family has to travel from Zambia or Zimbabwe to make
Yes.
sure that they go and process the, and you need money. That's why as a diaspora insurance, we pay cash, because cash gives the family the flexibility. It also gives the family the convenience that they want. Yeah.
Yeah. So
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 what
that's
we
that's
are
very.
bringing to the international, yes, what we are bringing to the international student is convenience and flexibility to the student and to the family.
Wow, yes. And it really does sound like quite a full package, which is really good to sign up for, because it seems like you are offering more than the normal, and like you said, it's tailor-made, specific for that, which is good. Now, in terms of, perks, do you have any additional perks that come with this student shield plan, Dr. Tsvere? Talk about, in times of grief, and you're saying this is specific for end of life, and we know that end of life, this is time of grieving, and of course it takes a toll on both the deceased family who are remaining. They will need mental health support. Do you have such perks, and other travel insurance support that comes with this student plan?
vaRaphy, in terms of extra perks, as diaspora insurance, we have our special brand ambassadors like vaRaphy, who can offer mental health support. And we have among our team people who also support with the bereavement support. And we, as diaspora insurance, we also go an extra mile to support the family. We assist with the funeral program for free. We also assist with live streaming if the family wants the memorial service or the burial to be live streamed to other people worldwide. Because now, vaRaphy, we have got relatives all over the world. Some may not
Yes.
afford to come and attend the physical funeral vigil. So, as diaspora insurance, we can actually assist with the live streaming the event. And then we have a team, our back office staff, that can support with the bereavement support as well. And as well as the funeral program, we can also do a pull-up banner for the deceased person as well. So those are some of the support that we give as a diaspora insurance.
Mhm. That's so good, and it sounds like it's quite a wholesome package, because I cannot stress that enough myself, because being a mental health expert, and how losing a loved one can of course take a toll, regardless whether it's through illness, and you've been seeing that this person is going to be leaving us, but it's nothing that we can ever get used to. So it comes with a lot of challenges in terms of taking a toll on our mental wellness. So it is important, and I like that part that you have actually considered to put that as part of the perks, because on its own, the coaches, the experts the psychologists will be calling for extra thousands of dollars on top of already what's been going on for someone to get that type of support, and it's needed, especially at that time when you're away from home. So thank you so much for that. Now we'll take a short break, Dr. Tsvere. Our viewers and listeners out there, we are going to take a short break, and we'll come back and continue with our conversation that we have today on the forgotten demographic, and of course talking about the student shield plan that is being offered by Diaspora Insurance to the international students that are all over the world. So we'll take a short break and stay put. Thank you.
Ndozvo yakanakira diaspora insurance. So kwatiri inotipa the peace of mind, because diaspora insurance, peace of mind iri tititi.
Irufumweni arune ine ushewi venda mbinga tose tinobaya, saka chiuya chimbi munamoti chakumiririra kunyangwe uve mhiri yemakungwa. Unonzwa voti rwaisipa rwendo rwaisipa, diaspora yapindira moyo voti rwaisipa rwendo rwaisipa, diaspora yapindira.
Diaspora Insurance. Peace of mind guaranteed.
Welcome back to our second segment of Mbuya vaRaphy talk show. And of course, tonight on our talk show, we've got our Dr. Edwin Tsvere, who is representing with the channel's coordinator for Diaspora Insurance. And of course, tonight he is talking, or we are discussing, and the conversation is around the student shield plan, which of course is targeted at the international students throughout the world that have traveled or for study from their mother countries to different parts of the world. And of course, the question that I'm going to pose to you, Dr. Tsvere, is who is eligible, and of course, which countries do you cover? Do you have specific countries that you cover and other countries that you do not?
Yes, Mbuya vaRaphy. At the moment, we do cover 20 African nationalities worldwide. We talk of the SADC region, so all countries in the SADC region except Lesotho. And in East Africa, we cover DR Congo, Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Ethiopia. That's East Africa. And in West Africa, we cover Ghana, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Sierra Leone, and the Gambia. And we are still counting. We still have more countries that are knocking on our doors, wanting to be covered under diaspora insurance. But at the moment, we cover those 20 nationalities, and we are still counting.
Okay. Now, tell me about this. How easy is it for students to sign up for this plan, and is it something that is fully online?
Not at the moment. We are still working on our online platforms, but what we do at the moment, they can get in touch with us through our website, through our Facebook, or all our social media handles, and we have someone from our contact center to call them, because there isn't much information that is required for them to sign up, because we are only talking of the student themselves. So it's basically their name, their date of birth, the amount of cover that they want to be covered for. And we also need, as part of the Know Your Customer requirements, we need the proof of admission for the college or university where they are studying. So after that, we are good to go. They get covered.
Wow, that's very interesting. That you want proof, because I that's what I was going to say. Anyone can end up saying, because it comes with so much perks. And I'm pretty sure the subscriptions are, of course, tailor-made to suit international students, because they are studying, they are not full-time workers. And so it's good to hear that you actually want proof that someone has or is admitted at an institution, of a learning institution. Right now, what we are saying is we're addressing this to international students. Now tell us, Dr. Tsvere, can parents or guidance, or anyone else who is a support person for an international student, sign on behalf of the student in this instance?
Yes, parents can take the cover for their students, or if their children, or even pay for their for the cover, because the cover is not much. Mbuya vaRaphy. The different packages that we have under the Student Shield Plan, we have the 5,000, and then 7,500 and 10,500. And when it comes to the premiums, you find for a 5,000 pound, US dollar, euro, Australian dollar. I think for Australia, we have actually increased the minimum cover to 7,500 for the students. So you find for 5,000, you only pay $3.43 for you to be covered for 5,000. So it's an amount where you don't even need to ask your parent to pay for you. It's an
Yes.
amount that the student can actually, you just need to forego that cup of coffee to have yourself covered.
Yes.
And for 10,000, we are looking at $6.87 for you to be covered for 10,000 pounds, 10,000 US dollars, 10,000 euros. For the period of
Wow.
your study. And like I said, after graduation, you now have the leeway or option to add other family members. You can add your parents, you can add your brothers, you can add your sisters, you can add your uncles, because we understand the African family set up. So you can
Yeah.
add anyone. There's no limit to the number of people that you can add to that policy after your graduation.
This is beautiful to hear, that after once I've graduated, because like you're saying, some of these policies are territorial, right? And once you move from this space of studying, that's it. It's now and void, and that's it. And then you go somewhere else, we have to start. Whereas this thing is, you can continue. And to those out there, you can take insurance, you can include your pets, and you can include everybody is welcome on that insurance, student shield insurance plan. So thank you so much. And the one thing I wanted to also check, and I think you've already covered that, because I was going to go into the financial claims and processes, and I think you've already touched on roughly how much premiums are we looking at, and I think you covered that well. But what I would like us to know, and I've got students that are starting to text me here, I hope they don't call because I'm actually using my gadget. What I wanted you to tell us, Dr. Tsvere, is how quick is the process of getting the assistance when an event has happened, or someone has passed away. How quick are we able to get the expected assistance from diaspora insurance?
Mbuya vaRaphy, like I said, that the assistance is meant to cater for the end of life expenses. We commit to pay the money within 24 hours. But from experience, I have seen instances where our team has paid the money within 2 hours, within an hour, within 4 hours. So what we simply need is the confirmation of death. Once we get the confirmation of death, we are good to pay that amount to the parents, because the student need to nominate a beneficiary, two beneficiaries on the policy. We have what we call a primary beneficiary and then a secondary beneficiary.
Wow.
So
Okay.
we actually get in touch with those beneficiaries and we process the payment within 24 hours.
Wow. Yeah. This is an excellent plan, honestly. And to all mothers, parents, guardians that are out there, you may be in Zimbabwe, whatever part of the country you are in, you are able to sign up for your daughter, for your son, or whoever you are sponsoring who may be studying abroad. And I mean, when you look at it as well, Dr. Tsvere, the amount of premiums that you are talking about here compared to the 25,000 that is then needed to repatriate the body, that's a lot of money. So let's get ourselves sorted. Let's be more organized this year. It's not too late to sign up. Hence, we are having these conversations. They are difficult, but like Dr. Tsvere was saying, death knows no age, no status. It just knocks at your door. And that's one thing God has made secret to us. But what we can only do is at least be prepared. Now, what I was going to ask Dr. Tsvere as well, just as the last question here before we go on a break, is are there any other flexible payment options available? I know you talked the list is about $3, but sometimes it may be difficult to get the $3. So are there any other flexible payment terms or options available out there for the international students or for the parents?
Mbuya vaRaphy, yes, the flexibility when it comes to premium payments is there. We have the student will have an option to pay monthly. They can just make use of I think for most of the countries we have the direct debit order where we take the money from the student's bank account, or they can actually do a transfer. They can decide to pay quarterly or even half yearly or even annually. Even for parents when they pay for the fees, because if you look at $3.43, Mbuya vaRaphy, you are looking at about $38 for the whole year. So when
Yes.
they pay for the semester fees, they can actually include that $38, but they are now paying the $38 to diaspora insurance, and they know that their child is covered for the next 12 months. So that
Wow.
flexibility in terms of premium payment option is there.
There we go. Those that were asking about, the payment option, are they flexible? There you go. So I know sometimes, because money doesn't come every month, and each month is very different. But at the start of the year, we could have that budgeted into the school fees, and instead of paying to the institution, you could then take your $38 and pay it to diaspora insurance, and your child is covered for the whole year, regardless. And we're talking about $38, guys. 38. How many KFCs? How many Nando's? How many McDonald's are we eating? And this is something that I'm really going to be up and about and preaching about it, because we really need to be more organized and have that peace of mind. Now we are going to take a very short break, and I've seen there are questions that have come up, Dr. Tsvere, and of course I think we've got our moderator slash manager from vaRaphy in the audience there, and because I'm not able to access these questions now, she will probably be able to read these out to us when we come back in our final segment of this. So stay put. If you've got any questions, we'll be coming back after this break. Thank you.
Diaspora Insurance. Peace of mind guaranteed.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Tsvere, and taking time, coming here and educating us on the importance of having peace of mind, taking up and signing up for these plans. It might seem like it's a daunting thing, but listen, the number is going to come up there. Get in touch with us, and let's get ourselves more organized this time. Now, of course, as I said, this is the last segment and the question and answer. And I know we've had questions thrown up. So I'll leave this time to our moderator, who is on the platform as well. Would you be able to read out for us the questions? Thank you. And I think that will be directed to you, of course, Dr. Tsvere.
Oh, thank you, Mbuya vaRaphy.
Okay, I'm not able to see, so I think I might not be, but I think I might have seen a bit of the question. I think the question was asking about what if someone has already had signed up for another plan, the cash plan. Can they switch to the student shield plan? Can they do that? I think from what I've just seen, I'm not able to see these questions. My apologies, because I'm not online. How would you answer that, Dr. Tsvere?
Yes, Mbuya vaRaphy, I wouldn't advise them to cancel the plan that they already have, but they can sign up for the student shield to complement or add to what they already have. So normally what happens, some people could be covered under the goods and services policy. You still need those services. So it's important to maintain what you have. And for those that are already covered, congratulations. But you now need the Student Shield plan because of the benefits that I alluded to earlier on. You need that
Yes.
worldwide cover. because those other policies are territorial. They only cover
Mhm.
you when you are in a specific territory. You also need that continuation. After graduation, you can add your other family members. And remember, this is a hard currency cash cover where you don't have to worry about inflationary loss of value. So you still need the student shield plan, but please maintain the cover that you already have, because you now use this as an addition because of the various advantages that the student shield plan comes with.
Wow. Anyway, I would have loved for us to continue going, but like my mentor would say, and we met her when we were in Zimbabwe, Dr. Tsvere, hanzi chatsvuka chikakwata, chiringa zuva chedu. So I think thank you so much. What I was going to say, I'm not going to ask, but of course, I'm pretty sure we will have you, because I think we are headed for India. So definitely we are going to have you in India to present again this topic, because we've got students, as you know, and we are going to be at Chandigarh University on the 7th and 8th of August. So we'll be expecting you, of course, Dr. Tsvere, to tell us more about this, because we are mainly going for our students that are there. So stay put. If you've got more questions, feel free to get in touch with us. And of course, I'm going to let Dr. Tsvere give us, a take-home message before we call it a night tonight. Thank you. Over to you, Dr. Tsvere.
Thank you, Mbuya vaRaphy. I just want to reiterate that death has no respect for youth. Death has no respect for intellect. Death has no respect for one's status in society. It happens to every one of us, and we don't know when it's going to happen. So we need to make sure that we are prepared, we are ready. We don't want to bereave and beg at the same time. We don't want to create family deaths. We don't want our family members to experience that trauma where they have to beg and bereave. We can avoid that by signing up for the Student Shield Plan. It guarantees our international students that peace of mind where they have to focus on their studies, knowing that should anything happen, their families will have a fallback position through the Student Shield Plan. So thank you very much, Mbuya vaRaphy, and we encourage all the students. And what I can urge you to do, Mbuya vaRaphy, is also to share your digital business card on your social media handles so that people
Okay.
can then make inquiries. And all the questions, you can forward them to us and we can provide the feedback. Thank you very much for inviting me to the talk show.
Always a pleasure, Mr. Tsvere. We love you to have you here, because you educate us, you keep us on our toes, and you encourage us to be very organized. Thank you for such words of wisdom, and I hope and trust that we've heard, and now we are going to act. And of course, I will be sharing on my Instagram. I'll share on LinkedIn. I'll share on Facebook. And the QR code, so that you can scan and make inquiries that you need to make, as you know that I am brand ambassador for Diaspora Insurance as well. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, our listeners, our viewers, and of course, thank you to Big Lit behind the scenes for a great job that you are doing, and of course, Easy Crew Entertainment. Thank you so much. These are the people that make things happen behind the scenes. So thank you so much, and Dr. Tsvere, thank you for taking time in your busy schedule, and hope you are enjoying summer in the UK. And of course, God bless you, everyone, and take care.